Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you all through my morning routine, how I prepare myself for my day, how I prepare my family and get them ready, and then also how I stay productive throughout my day, being a full-time worker, working from home, and keeping it all going. So the first thing that I like to do in the morning is just take a moment and just kind of just sit back and relax. It takes me a little bit of time to get up. So I like to just take my time, take about 5 minutes to just kind of digress and just get my eyes woke and just get myself together. And then the next couple of minutes, I kind of just go on my phone, and I do open up my phone only to look at a devotional or a prayer, just to kind of get myself going for the day. I really love doing it. It's very inspiring, and it starts my day off every single morning. So I look it up on Pinterest, and I go on there and I just look up about a couple of devotions. And I do this specifically for my family, for myself. I even pray over my workday. I pray over my daughter's day at school, and I pray over just peace throughout the day. And I feel like it really helps me to kind of start my day off. Once I finish with my daily devotion, I then go ahead and take the dog out. My husband and I switch between this role in the morning and nighttime. So she goes out every morning about 6 o'clock in the morning. Come on, let's go brush your teeth. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So as Leia gets ready to get dressed in the morning, she is a big girl now, so she does get dressed by herself. We lay out her clothes, and her dad does kind of help her get ready a little bit if she needs it. I start to then go ahead and prepare her lunch for the day. So how I prepare her lunch is sometimes I do it at night and get everything out and put it in her container. But when it comes to hot meals, if I'm preparing like a grilled cheese or noodles or eggs or anything like pizza bites or anything like that, when it comes to hot meals, I kind of like to prepare it the night before. But when it comes to something that is hot, I do like to do it early in the morning just so that it's fresh, because their lunches are pretty much kind of like waiting until lunchtime, about that 11-12 o'clock depending on the school. And I don't typically have a bento box where you can do like the whole can where it keeps it really nice and warm. She just has a regular container, and it works out for the most part. So I do like to keep it a little fresh for her. So every morning we like to go in, of course, brush our teeth, wash our face, get ourselves ready. And Leia is so independent. Now she's at the stage of I want to do everything myself. So I do let her get herself ready, brush her teeth. She's very independent in the morning. She knows her routine and she keeps it going. And funny thing is, we are not in the phase of tying shoes yet. So thank God for these shoes with the Velcro strap, because she is like adamant about wanting to tie her shoes. So we have not gotten to that morning phase yet. Hopefully we keep it going with them Velcro straps, just to kind of get her going, because it will be a longer time. But either way, she does really good, and she's getting ready as well as her dad, and he drops her off every morning.
I love Jesus. Amen. You have a good day? Yeah. You want to listen to your t-shirt? Yeah. Promise? Yeah. What, you gonna pick up the movie? You gonna pick up the movie? Yes. What movie are you watching?
Now that we are really excited that she's gotten to a place where she's become a little bit more independent, it still had its challenges and its ups and downs. She has just gotten to a place where she is more independent and confident with getting herself ready. So you guys, it does take time, because this summer was very challenging, and now we are at a really good place where she does it on her own and she feels confident with it. So she is used to her routine, and we can get out the house and get ourselves ready for work. So now that Leia is out the house, I have about an hour to myself to get ready and get the house done. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and open up all of the blinds in the house just to give myself that nice bright sunshine, the sun shining in. It gives me such a fresh start to my day. I am a Leo, you guys, so when it comes to sunlight, it gives me all the energy I need and it fuels me to keep me going. So that's what I like to do every single morning. It's funny, everybody gets on me because I am like the queen of opening the curtains. So I do that, and then I also like to start a candle, of course, just burning in the morning. It also refreshes and starts that aroma, that scent, and of course it's fall time, so it gives me all of the fall and autumn vibes. So I absolutely love it, and this is just typically what I like to do just to start my day. And for me, there is no day without a fresh cup of coffee. I do like to switch it up sometimes and do tea, but let me tell you, I am a coffee queen. And so I'm already preparing myself for coffee. I get that brewing right before they leave, and I make sure that it starts. And I started off with a nice Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I add a little bit of pumpkin spice to it, cinnamon, and then I add my non-sugar sweeteners, and it just is so good every morning. So a great way for me to have another productive day is just kind of making sure that the beds are made. I feel like when you have a clean home and a fresh start, it kind of prepares you and makes you a little bit more productive throughout the day. You don't feel like you have to go in and clean anything, you have to make anything up. You just kind of already have it there from the begin with, and you just have to worry about some of the minor chores that you may have. So I start off by doing our beds every morning, and typically I really do make up my bed. Sometimes Leia will help me with her bed, but it takes me about 5 minutes for each room. So it's just a little bit of a start just to kind of keep us going throughout the day, so I don't have to go in and do it later or worry about the room looking a mess and feeling like I have more chores or tasks to do. So when I am finished with everything in the house and doing my quick routine, it is very essential for me to start my day off and get my morning going. And how I kick that off for myself is doing a fresh set of makeup almost every morning. I try to do this occasionally, but realistically, I can't do it every single morning. It depends. Some mornings go like this and go really smooth, and then other mornings is a bit chaotic. So I try to do my makeup in the morning and bump my hair as often as I can, and I get myself prepared. This just gives me a fresh start to my day, gives me all the confidence that I need, and just keeps me going. Now, as someone like me who is working from home, it is essential for me to at least have myself as prepared as I can be, because I do a lot of team meetings, Zoom calls. So for my mornings, my breakfast routine is pretty quick and simple. I grab a yogurt and my coffee and get going. On this day, it was pretty much a grab and go and just get ready into my work routine. So before I get into my work day, the first thing that I like to do is write down all the tasks that I have to get done. And I typically like to do this from my calendar, because I schedule every single thing in my calendar and then I write it out on my task paper, and it keeps me on task. So for my line of work, I am a coach for women in education. I facilitate groups for young women, and I also do recruitment. I do curriculums, and I plan out events and presentations and facilitate, and you guys, the list goes on. So I do multiple tasks, so it's very important for me to line out what I'm doing each day. And some days I am just doing all workshops. Some days I have both workshops and coaching. morning, and then some days are just a little bit mixed up and different. So it really depends, but it's really good for me to write everything out and just to keep myself focused and going. This leads me to a very productive day. Lastly, I like to take my 15-minute break or my lunch break, and one thing that I like to do on either or is take the dog out for a nice walk, and that just kind of gives me a fresh start back to work. So I take her on a little quick walk and we kind of just soak in the air, and I'm telling you, it feels so good. So even if you have a pet or you don't have a pet, just taking a nice walk outside is just like a nice quick refresher, and when you get back to your workspace, I promise you will feel so good and you will feel rejuvenated to just keep going and end your day even on a positive note.